Here we are.
I'm Search Man, okay?
I don't get what they're
sure.
I don't get what they're going for with Search Man.
I really don't know.
I mean, other than like, okay, two heads, but one is like a private, the other is somebody of, I guess, higher rank, and that's about it.
Oh, that's why I recognize this music. They used it in Megaman Battle Network.
Well, I mean, they used it in Aquaman's music too. And then Capcom never spoke of any of Mega Man 8's music ever again.
Ah, the Flame Sword sprites.
I think this was actually like the third song MP3 I ever downloaded. And it wasn't even an MP3, it was a WMA file.
Unrelated, fuck Grapple Beam.
I mean, it's a Thunderclaw, but...
More specifically, fuck the Super Metroid style Grapple Beam.
I like it. Well, I mean, you can't really make it work with the rest of it, a game of its type.
Yeah, I just hate how it was implemented in Super Metroid. It's...
You can't all be Biotic Commando.
Anyway, last time I was talking about this new N64 controller, the Brawler 64 by Retro Fighters. Here's the picture.
Alex, put that on screen. It looks really more like a...
It looks kind of like a Wii Pro controller, or a Wii U Pro controller.
A Switch Pro controller, you mean?
Yeah, that.
Instead of spending $60 on a Switch Pro controller, I just bought a little dongle.
Yes, a little Mayflash adapter.
Works great. Tastes great, less filling.
I forget what it's called specifically, like the NS Magic or something.
Magic NS.
Right, yeah, that. Which lets you plug in a... Well, really any X input controller will work as a wired Switch Pro controller. It has some wireless functionality too, but I don't bother with that myself.
Yeah, I've got mine plugged in. The only downside is the button you have to press to switch stuff is really fucking difficult to actually push.
Yeah, the button on the dongle itself, it's really hard to switch modes because the button is very, very tiny.
And kind of like...
Recessed.
Yes, recessed. That was what I was thinking of.
But, yeah, it'll work, the U Pro controller, PS4 controller, Xbox One controller, Xbox 360 controller, USB PC gamepads that use X input, like fight sticks and stuff. Those will all be detected as a Wii or as a Switch Pro controller.
Or a PS4 controller. Controller.
Yeah. You can also use Switch Pro controllers on PC with it.
Also makes julienne fries.
It slices, it dices, it makes French fries in 3 different... Oops.
It's boss time.
Ready? Yeah, let's go.
Wow, the voice acting in this game is... It never ceases to amaze me how terrible this era of Capcom games was for voice acting.
I mean, like, the voices they use are fine. It's just how they're acting. Acting is. It's like we got a young guy, we got an old guy.
And a bunch of scarecrows.
Deadly storm.
Yeah, I don't think so.
One time.
Anyway.
That guy was two-faced.
Two-headed. of two minds, you could say. I like how there's like some times where Mega Man's voice actress was just suspiciously aggressive with naming a weapon, and all that. It's just like, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it seems like she could have done an okay job if she'd had some direction.
And then there's this stage.
It's been like 8 seconds and this already looks like complete bullshit.
Ah, fuck you. Everybody's favorite disappearing platform. Da 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 da. And you can't cheese it with Rush Jet, because Rush Jet isn't in this game. Well, he is, but only in a cutscene.
That's a damn shame.
Well, two cutscenes: the intro and after the fight with Forte.
I don't think I've ever seen that far into this game.
Well, I mean the intro. When the Mega Man is fighting Forte.
Oh, that. Right, okay. So there's not a cutscene after the fight with Forte later in the game.
Not one that uses the Rush Jet.
Right.
You'll put somebody's eye out with that thing.
I mean, he's basically kicking a bowling ball around.
I don't know, it's clearly some kind of rubbery substance. Just hits with the force of a bowling ball. Just trying to think how much of that probably hurt to get hit by that. I also assume it makes the sound that, like, you know that sound those rubber void balls in elementary school made when they hit something?
Oh god, yes.
Usually somebody else in dodgeball. That's the sound I imagine it making. I remember when we played dodgeball, we always had like, we didn't call it like the handicap ball, but it was like 3 times the size of the other balls, so it was essentially kind of like a temporary power-up, because we only had it to play for like 1 or 2 throws, and then somebody would cast it out. It was the full meter ball, you could say.
Ready.
More disappearing platforms.
Had enough yet?
Nope. I am sad. None of these collections have Rockman and Forte on them, so... Well, if I want to play it, I'll have to emulate it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess you could emulate the GBA version.
Da, da, da. Yeah, but it has shitty music.
Yeah, fair.
And less buttons to use.
I suppose emulators for the Super Nintendo have improved since the last time I played Rockman and Forte. And maybe there's a better translation patch for it now.
If it is, I am unaware of it. Although, I guess I could see somebody just using the localized script instead. Rock Band forward to that game where Blue shows up and then immediately gets cut in half.
Yeah, he kind of got punked.
And then Capcom was like, we're only going to give him like two playable appearances otherwise. 4 if you count Power Fighters and Power Battle, but I'm not. They were games, they happened, but...
Yeah, they happened. That's about all you can really say for them.
Pretty much like, what about Yamcha? What about Yamcha?
Basically.
I mean, it's not that they weren't enjoyable to play, but... Like, they don't have anything to do with anything. They're there, they're games.
Yes, they are a thing which exists.
One day I would really like to play like a co-op Megaman game.
It would be kind of neat.
But like all the good ideas I have, never gonna happen. Well, not in an official capacity anyway. That's one of those things that would be a fan project and then immediately cease and desisted.
Probably so.
Oh, it's like 50-50. Capcom's kind of hit or miss on that.
True, I can think of like half a dozen or more Mega Man fan games that are still out there.
I can too. 2 of them are part of the Mega Man Legacy Collection 2.
Ha 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 ha.
It's funny because Mega Man 9 and 10 suck. I wonder if we'll actually hear something about Mega Man 11 at E3 this year. Seems like a good place to do it.
But I don't know what to do.
Sure. But, yeah, I imagine we'll be hearing more about Mega Man 11 sometime this year. I am hopeful that I will enjoy playing it, even though I don't really like the classic Mega Man gameplay style.
But maybe the, Anyway, just so nobody has to endure hearing Astro Man do his little thing every time I hit him with that.
Thank you.
But, I assume there will be some sort of quality of life changes. Whether that I assume correctly is another matter entirely, but... seems like a good place to do it.
Speaking of Mega Man's voice actress getting really hyper-aggressive about the weapon names.
Also kind of quiet on that one.
A little bit, yeah.
Anyway, next time on Bromance, it's Wily time.